Now we will move towards next exercise 5.4. Before we proceed for the solutions or we take some of the questions, here you must know how to differentiate exponential functions. So differentiation of exponential functions, that is d over dx e to the power x. That means differentiation of this exponential function with respect to x is exponential x as it is. I would like to quote here also that this is the only function, exponential function is the only function in calculus whose integration as well as differentiation both are same. That is, the result is exponential x only. So this the differentiation of e to the power x is e to the power x only. Then you will be differentiating the power, and in this case since we are differentiating with respect to x, so this dx and dx will cancel out. So that means differentiation of e to the power x is nothing but itself only. So you need to understand the first target your should be at this exponential function, and then its power number 2. Now for example, the question is like that d over dx exponential inverse x exponential minus x. So then its differentiation will be as it is. As I told you, e to the power x e to the power Gujarat is equal to e to the power Gujarat. E to the power whatever it is India, it will be equal to e to the power India as it is. Then we will go for the differentiation of power. So e to the power minus x as it is, and then differentiation of this numerator, differentiation of power d over dx, that is minus x. So this minus will remain there. So the differentiation is minus e to the power minus x. On the other hand, suppose for example you have e to the power x exponential 2x, then this will be equal to exponential 2x as it is, and then differentiation of 2x is 2, so which is equal to 2 into exponential x. Overall generalization of all these derivatives is the derivative of exponential function is exponential function only and into its coefficient of the power. That means whatever power will be there, that coefficient you will be writing in a multiplication form. For example, here coefficient is minus 1, so you have put here minus 1. Here the coefficient is plus 2, so you have put here plus 2, and then exponential function, and then exponential function is as it is exponential function. Got it? On the other hand, for example, d over dx exponential under root x. For example, question is like that. Then as I told you, the derivative is first of all as it is exponential, whatever the power is you have to write it as like this. Then you will be differentiating the power d over dx, the root x can be written as x power 1 by 2. So this is equal to exponential root x into the derivative of x power 1 by 2 already explained, 1 by 2 root x. So its overall derivative is exponential root x upon 2 root x. So that is a exponential function. So based on this concept, let us take some of the question. Differentiating the following with respect to x. The exercise 5.4 starts here. Here comes the first question, exponential x upon sine x. Now here, look at here, this is numerator and this is denominator. So that means this particular thing is a quotient. So we will apply the quotient rule of derivative. So exponential x upon sine x, by using the quotient rule of derivative, we obtain from the following. So you are knowing derivative of quotient rule. What is quotient rule? Numerator NR upon denominator. For example, it is given, then its derivative is written as denominators whole square. Here denominator into derivative of numerator minus numerator into derivative of denominator. This is the formula for quotient rule. So that quotient rule we are going to apply here. So look at here, the denominator is this sine x. So we have a sine square x, square of denominator. Then here it is denominator into derivative of numerator. Numerator is exponential x. Then minus alternatively exponential x into derivative of sine x, which is nothing but sine x outside, and derivative of e power x is as it is e power x minus e to the power x as it is e to the power x into derivative of sine x is cos x. Taking common e to the power x, exponential x we have taken common from here and there, and then it is outside, and then sine x minus cos x upon sine square x. That's all about this question number 1. Question number 2, exponential sine inverse x. Now the question is like that, only this particular formula what we have learned in the beginning, this one. Exponential, whole thing you have to consider in the beginning as x. So first of all you will be differentiating exponential function, that is as it is, and then its power later. And then suppose if its angle is non-x or something like that, coefficient or power or in that format. If it is like that, then we will move towards third step also. So differentiating with respect to x. So d over dx exponential sine inverse x. So the derivative of e to the power x is as it is e to the power x, that means exponential sine inverse x like this, and then derivative of power. So here you can write it as exponential function. We are differentiating first exponential function, then derivative of its power of exponential function. Then we will complete the question. That is the concept behind this. So then this exponential sine inverse x as it is, and then derivative of sine inverse x we are going to do now. So exponential sine inverse x, that is same thing. So exponential sine inverse x, this one, okay, this one, and then derivative of sine inverse x is what? 1 upon under root 1 minus x square. Derivative of sine inverse x, sine inverse x is equal to 1 upon under root 1 minus x square, that we have written here. So that's all about this question. Over. Question number 3, exponential x power 3. Now look at here, this is power of exponential function, so you need to concentrate here. That means its derivative, when you are going to differentiate it with respect to x, you will be writing exponential x power 3 as it is. Its derivative is as it is exponential function x power 3. Then you will be differentiating power. Power is what? X power 3. This implies exponential x power 3 into derivative of x power 3 is 3x square. So overall solution of the question is 3x square into exponential x power 3. So this is the differentiation of question number 3. Question number 4, sine tan inverse exponential minus x. So now you will be first of all differentiating sine as a whole. This is overall single function. So first attack is at sine, we will differentiate it. Then we will go for the angle of sine. Angle of sine is a product of two functions. So let us proceed. So we will write here d over dx sine tan inverse exponential minus x. Then derivative of sine is cos tan inverse exponential minus x. Then derivative of tan inverse x, tan inverse exponential x. Then here we have question number 4. Question number 4 says sine tan inverse exponential minus x. So the angle of sine is tan inverse exponential minus x, and angle of tan inverse is exponential minus x. So you need to be little careful over here, inside and then inside. So this is overall single function. So first attack, you will be attacking this sine first, number 1, and then its angle overall, and then angle of tan inverse afterwards. So the derivative of the above question number 4 is like this. We will be writing sine angle is tan inverse exponential minus x. So the derivative of sine is cos, angle will remain as it is, tan inverse, you cannot change whatever angle is given in the question, that only you have to write, exponential minus x. Now the derivative of angle of sine means this tan inverse exponential minus x. So d over dx tan inverse exponential minus x. So cos tan inverse exponential minus x, and derivative of tan inverse, you for instance consider it as x. So the derivative of tan inverse x is what? Derivative of tan inverse x is 1 upon 1 plus x square. Whatever it is written here, that you will be squaring over here. Suppose tan inverse India, so then 1 upon 1 plus India square, or whatever it is, a place name. This is Ramesh, tan inverse Ramesh, then its differentiation will be equal to 1 upon 1 plus Ramesh square. So this should be equal to, cos this thing we have already done, into tan inverse x. So 1 upon 1 plus, what is x? X is e to the power minus x, its whole square. Now it's square, that is derivative of tan inverse. Now the derivative of its angle, that is e to the power minus x, then derivative of e to the power minus x. So next step is cos, outside same thing is this one, cos tan inverse e to the power minus x upon this one, I am writing here, upon 1 plus e to the power minus x, and then whole square. Okay, then into derivative of e to the power minus x is as it is, e to the power minus x, and then derivative of minus x is minus 1. So I am writing directly here, which is equal to minus times e to the power minus x into cos this one, this term, cos angle is tan inverse exponential minus x upon 1 plus e to the power minus x square. So that's all about question number 4. Question number 5. Derivative of log cos exponential x. This is again interesting question and single function only. Before that, you must know what is the derivative of log x. The derivative of log x is 1 upon x, means whatever it is written here, that you will be taking in the denominator. So derivative of log cos exponential x is, this is log x, so whole thing will go into denominator. So derivative of log is 1 upon whatever it is written here, cos exponential x. Then derivative of cos exponential x. So the derivative of cos is minus sign. This derivative I am doing here first, exponential x into derivative of e to the power x, that is its angle, d over dx e to the power x upon this one, cos e to the power x. Now sine upon cos will become tan. So this is equal to minus tan angle is e to the power x, and then derivative of e to the power x is e to the power x. Overall result is minus times exponential x tan exponential x. So this is question number 5. Question number 6. The exponential functions are in algebraic form, so very simple, nothing to worry about. D over dx, we are distributing exponential function inside the question, these terms. First term is this one, exponential x, d over dx exponential x square. Already we have done one such question here, question number 3, like that, plus dot 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 so on, exponential derivative of exponential x power 5. So how we will proceed? Look at here, derivative of exponential x is as it is exponential x, then its coefficient is 1, so no need to worry about that, that is 1 only, plus exponential x square derivative is as it is x square, then derivative of x square is 2x plus dot 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 so on. At last derivative of exponential x power 5 is as it is x power 5, and then derivative of x power 5 is 5 x power 4. So the final solution we are going to write exponential x plus this 2x first, exponential x square plus dot 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 so on, 5 x power 4 exponential x power 5. So this is the solution of question number 6. I hope everything is clear to you. So that is everywhere you see this exponential function is involving. So you need to remember that the derivative of exponential function is itself function. Now the next question number 7 is exponential, the square root of exponential root x. So for the solution, exponential root x upon 4 times, that I explain how it happens. First of all, we will write the derivative of root exponential root x this way. Now as I have already explained, whenever there is a square root or cube root, then you have to write it in the form of power. So d over dx exponential root x whole power 1 by 2, whole power 1 by 2 for this square root. Now derivative of first of all this power, then exponential, then root x, then at last x. So the derivative of this power will be, this whole thing you will be considering x, and this is 1 by 2 as n. So this should be n, and what is x? Exponential root x n x power n minus 1, that is 1 by 2 minus 1, and then derivative of exponential root x, that we will be doing little later. Okay, so 1 by 2, this 1 by 2 into this power is LCM, and then 1 minus 2 by 2, so this will become minus 1 by 2. So we are taking into denominator, this thing is to the denominator, exponential root x, and then whole power plus 1 by 2 into derivative of exponential x is as it is exponential root x, and then derivative of power, so into d over dx, power is x power 1 by 2. So this implies 1 by 2, this 2, and this 1 by 2 we will be writing as a square root of exponential root x, okay, into this exponential root x, and then derivative of this 1 by 2 root x, that I have already explained, 1 by 2 x power n minus 1, etc. Now 2, this 2 and this 2 and this exponential root x, so exponential root x is in the numerator upon 2 into 2, 4, 2 to the 4, this thing under root, now I am writing this term under root exponential root x into this root x. Actually this we have done there, this is the same thing. So this way you need to go little in a simpler way, little minutely. You have to observe the thing, how the things are changing. You will continue, if you do you remember what did I say in the beginning of the calculus, that this derivative will be moving in a product form till you get 1, that means dx upon dx. Until you get dx upon dx, you have to go continue with the differentiation, so which is equal to exponential root x as it is, and this under root and this under root, so that means these two things can be multiplied, so x into exponential root x under same square root, and outside is 4. That's all about question number 7. Question number 8 is log x, and then question number 9 we will move further. So derivative of, now you should not be confused, log, first target is outside log and it's inside, instead of x, now here we have full log x. So first target is this log, and then second target is this log, and the third is this x, third step. So log, and this you consider as x, log x, so its derivative is 1 upon, what is this, 1 upon x, instead of x we have log x, so we will write here log x, then derivative of log x, this one which I have made circle, this derivative. So again 1 upon this outsider log x into the derivative of log x, now 1 upon x. So simple. So overall 1 upon x into this one, so its derivative is x into log x. That is derivative of question number 8. Question number 9 is cos log x. Now this is quotient rule. So what we can do here, so denominator square, direct log whole square, log x whole square, then denominator here log x into derivative of numerator cos x, derivative is minus sine x, minus numerator and derivative of denominator. What is denominator? Log x. So its derivative is 1 upon x. Then we will take here, it is in the denominator, so we will take LCM here. So minus this sine x. So before that this x will also be multiplied here, minus x sine x, then this log x, then minus cos x upon this x into this. So x into log x whole square. So that is derivative of question number 9. Question number 10 is cos log x exponential x. So this is again a single function. First you will be differentiating cos, then its angle, like d over dx cos log x plus exponential x. So first of all, derivative of cos is minus times sine, angle will remain as it is, log x plus exponential x, and then into derivative of angle, log x plus exponential x. Now finally I am writing this first. Derivative of log x is 1 upon x plus derivative of exponential x is as it is, exponential x, into this one minus times. So minus I am putting outside this minus, and here it is sine log x plus exponential x. That's all about the solution of question number 10. Now we move towards question exercise 5.5. Now we move towards next exercise, that is exercise number 5.5. Now before we start here, I would like to quote some of the things. This exercise almost all 99% of the questions are very important. Logarithm will play an important role to solve all these questions. So before proceed towards any of the question, you must know some of the properties of logarithm, how the logarithm behaves, in which conditions we can use logarithm, and how. So differentiate the functions given in exercise 1 to 11, means question number from 1 to 11 you are asked to differentiate with respect to x. So the question is cos x, cos 2x, cos 3x. I have written a question over here, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to tell you the properties. For the solution we will proceed, but before that I would like to tell you about some of the properties of the logarithm over here. You must note these properties. So the first property is before properties even, I would like to tell you that you cannot do this particular thing with the log. For example, you have x plus y and you are about to take log, so then you cannot write this way, log x plus log y. That means log is not distributive. You cannot distribute log inside this thing, whether it is x plus y or whether it is x minus y. Now what does it mean then overall? That means log cannot be applied in the algebraic terms. That means when the two or more things are connected with the plus or minus, their log is meaningless. You cannot take log will not help you. Log plays an important role while we are dividing the numbers, dividing the things, or multiplying the things. That means in division and multiplication, the logarithm help us to reduce the complicated problems. So for example, here we have the first thing is log. If two numbers are in multiplication form, x into y, and then we apply log to these numbers, log convert this multiplication sign into addition. So log x plus log y. Second thing is first property, and then second property is if these number are in the quotient form, then log convert this quotient to minus, division sign to minus, so log x minus log y. So multiplication is converted to addition and the division is converted to minus sign. You need to remember this thing. Third property, if log x power y is given, then this power log throws back to the or throw back to the beginning. So this will become y log x. Slowly I will tell you later, whenever some of the complicated or little typical properties will come, that I will tell. But these three simple properties you must know to solve this exercise. So I would like to tell you once more that all the questions of this exercise 5.5 are very important. You must attempt all these questions. So here, look at here, first question, second question, third question. Before we proceed, one more thing, this question can be done without a logarithm, and if you apply log, that also it's okay, but this question can also be, as I told you, this can be done without log, as we can take these two questions, these two functions as first function, and this third one is as a second function, or vice versa also. These two can be taken as first function, or this can be taken as second function. Then product rule of differentiation can be applied. First thing is, otherwise we can take log. While as in some of the questions, like question this one, let x power y, then if you are asked that find the value of dy over dx or differentiate this function with respect to x, then there is no other way than taking log. Log only will remove this power, variable power, to the this base, and then this power will be converted into the product form. Then our purpose is solved. So here we proceed, let y is equal to cos x, cos 2x, and cos 3x. Then taking logarithm on both sides, I already told you, you can do this way also. Dy upon dx is equal to d upon dx, and then cos x, cos 2x, and then cos 3x. So you can take this question, these two as first function and this is as second function, then apply product rule of derivative. That is also simple thing, but log is more simpler. So log is more simple. So then log y is equal to log times, taking log both sides, so applying log both sides. What does log do? Now look at here, here it is multiplication sign, here it is multiplication sign. What log will do? Log will take one term with it and converting the sign between those numbers into addition. So what will happen? Let us see. So log y, left hand side as it is, and the right hand side, as I told you, here should be plus. So log cos x, first number, plus log cos 2x, second number here, and then log cos 3x is third number. So log has separated all the terms. The product log has converted into addition. Then now we can differentiate both sides with respect to x, because now we have one number, second term, third term, and then left hand side is also separated by equality. So we can now differentiate. So differentiating with respect to x, the derivative of log x is 1 upon x, and the derivative of x, instead of x now we have here it is y. So 1 upon y, and then dy upon dx. Clear? Then right hand side, this log, and consider it as cos x. You take it as x. So what will happen? Log x. So 1 upon x, 1 upon cos x, and then derivative of cos x. Similarly, 1 upon cos 2x here, and then derivative of cos 2x, and then 1 upon cos 3x, and the derivative of cos 3x. In next step that we will see. So we have cross multiplied this y. So y has come here, this y. We have cross multiplied this y here, and the bracket. The derivative of cos x is minus sin x, and then upon cos x this one, and then derivative of cos 2x is minus 2, this, look at here, minus sine 2x, and then derivative of 2x that we are going to do here. Then here derivative of cos 3x is minus times sine 3x, then derivative of 3x angle, here it is, which is equal to dy upon dx as it is, y times as it is, and then minus sine x upon cos x, first term is as it is, then minus, same thing is, then look at here, this dx and x will be removed, so here we will have 2 times with this number, and here also x, derivative of x will be removed, so here we will have here 3 times. So actually this is y we had supposed long back as cos x into cos 2x into cos 3x, that the value of y we have put outside here, this y. So then minus, because this is also negative, this is also negative, the last one is also negative. So what we did, we have taken this minus common. So minus outside, the value of y we have put from here, okay, and then sine upon cos tan x, then plus 2, 2 is remaining here, this cancel, this gone, 3 is remaining here. So tan x sine 2x upon cos 2x is tan 2x, and this 2 is here, 2 into, and plus 3 into tan 3x, and that is all about this question. Question number 1. So see how we are applying logarithm and then differentiating the things. What log is doing here, log is separating the terms and making our task simpler.